Hello Leo, I'm Tamara and I'm going to do your yearly forecast, tarot forecast for year 2018. This is a general reading. This is for the Leo Sun, Leo Moon and Leo Rising sign. I hope it resonates with you, and if it doesn't, please watch your moon sign or your rising sign. For this reading I'm using the Gilded Tarot deck by Giro Marchetti, which is that one. And I normally shuffle in front of the camera and draw the cards, and that's what I did. Unfortunately, something's gone wrong with my computer and it's frozen. But your cards were so good that I decided that as an exception, I will leave the cards on the table and started my recording again, but keep the same cards because they were so significant and they were so good that I didn't want to start shuffling again and drawing different cards for you, dear Leo. And what I did in this spread, I've picked up one card for each month, and I picked up one card as the main theme of the year. In my future monthly readings in year 2018, I will be using each of these cards, and we can see how the situation for you will develop. But so far, I've got the main theme of the year as the Queen of Swords. In January, I have 8 of Cups. In February, we have 5 of Wands. In March, we have the Magician card. In April, we have 4 of Wands. In May we have the Lovers, and then in June we have 2 of Wands. In July we have the Hermit. In August we have 7 of Cups. In September we have the Death card. October the Wheel of Fortune, and November we have King of Pentacles, and in December is Ace of Wands. Fantastic cards, lots of major arcana. You've got the Magician card, you've got the Death card, you've got Wheel of Fortune, and you've got the Hermit card. You also got a new beginning with the Ace of Wands. That's where you will go to your next year. You've got the Lovers card, sorry, another major arcana card. You have the 4 of Wands, another ultimate happiness card. Very nice. Now you probably see the reason why I kept those cards on the table and decided not to shuffle again for my second attempt, I would have to say. Okay, the main theme of the year is the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is someone who is using her sword to cut everything which doesn't serve us. She goes straight to the core of the matter. She likes the truth. She tells the truth straight into your face. She's very intellectual. She might come across as quite cold, but she's very intellectual. She uses her brain before she uses her emotions. And she rather use her brain than emotions. She's an air sign, which is Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. This person will be significant for you. As I said, it's a general reading. I don't know if it's a love interest or is it just this person. This person sometimes can represent someone who works in a legal profession. It could be a solicitor, lawyer, barrister, paralegal, sometimes judge, or sometimes this card talks about someone who brings clarity in our mind. Could be like a psychologist, counselor, a psychotherapist. So this person is going to be very significant for you in this year, dear Leo. And the first card in January, we have 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups it's a nice card to start the year. It's a new beginning, new start, where you decided that you're going to leave everything which hasn't served. Maybe you've got your New Year resolution and you're actually sticking to it, and you decided that whatever hasn't served you in year 2017, you're going to leave it behind yourself, all the negative emotions, all the negativity, and you're going to go forward. You see this guy over there in this picture, he turned his back to all these turned cups. The cups are turned upside down. Cups represents our emotions. And he looks forward and he moves forward. It's a moving forward card. It's a good positive thinking and starting a year on a very good note. In February we see five of wands. Five of wands is competition. It sometimes represents a battle, but it's not a battle in a way that there will be really like fighting and hitting and each other. These young guys over there, they're more sort of competing with each other. They're only touching those wands with each other. They're not really hurting each other. It is a card of competition. If you're starting somewhere new, if you're starting somewhere, as you said, you're moving forward to something new, you might get a lot of competition. If it's a job-wise, then could be a competition. If you're starting a new business, that's where might be a lot of competition. Even if you, for example, if we're talking about relationship, if you're dating, there might be a lot of competition. You're probably after attention of some particular person, but there's a lot of competition over there as well. But this card is, fives is always about fighting or about losses. This one is particularly about, it's more sort of, it's a very fiery, it's your energy, dear Leo, because you're very sort of fiery, passionate, and it's your energy there in February. You might be just, because maybe you will start something new, maybe a new job or somewhere, and you want to prove yourself, and you want to show off. But there's a lot of other talents over there in this position, in similar positions at your, in your workplace or somewhere, office or somewhere, and you will try to sort of shine. You will try to sort of overshine them. And sometimes it's not bad, especially, you're young and passionate. Why not? In March, we have a Magician card. It tells me that if you, as I said, in January, you started something new, you're moving forward. Whatever you will decide, whatever you will be doing, you will be master of this. You could manifest anything. If you see this guy, a magician, he holds all four major tarot cards streams. So we have in tarot cards, we have pentacles, we've got swords, we've got wands, and we've got cups. So from four main elements of tarot cards, or actually elements of universe. And those are tools for us to build our happiness, to build our life. Money, emotions, love, passion, creativity, and intellect. So all these main sort of components of happiness, you will possess all that. And you will be able to sort of manifest all this. I can do anything. In the month of March, you will be able to do anything you want. The slightly negative side of this card, sometimes, you probably heard this many times, with the great powers comes a lot of responsibilities. So sometimes, because we can do all this, we can do all that, what we want, we become a little bit manipulative. So try to avoid that sort of negative stripe in yourself if you have got one. So try not to manipulate people, not to manipulate situations, and stick to this, to be true to yourself. Try to use those tools in your advantage, but not disadvantage other people. That's a message for you in March. And we're coming into April with another fantastic cards. As I said, you probably will see why I left that spread. I could not shuffle again and start drawing other cards because your reading is so fantastic. Four of Wands is the happy family. Happy. 4 is the good. It's number 4 represents security, secure base, and you have got this four of Wands, which represent that secure family life. Good family environment. Having a secure base in anything you're starting is very good. This card talks about, as I said, happy environment. Sometimes talks about wedding, or planning a wedding or engagement, or maybe going to wedding and engagement. again, it's a really fantastic card for you in April, dear Leo. And again, Wands is your card, your sign. Wands represents fire, represents passion. So yeah, very nice months again. And if you're planning any wedding, because in May we have a lover's card, so maybe you go on honeymoon in May, and you will sort of express all this passion, which you know, after the wedding, which lovers cards are talking about. Yes, and in May we have a lover's card. Either a new person is coming into you, you meet someone, or you're already in a good relationship which you're taking to the next stage. Maybe you're getting married, and as I said, in May maybe there is a honeymoon, or it's you know, you've got a very good secure base. Maybe you're moving in together. It talks about a house, having a happy environment, and you are very passionate about each other. Nothing else I can add to this card. If you are not about love, if love, you know, is not the main point of your life, it sometimes talks about choices, maybe choosing between two people. It's choices in business, choices in the business partner, choices between two, I don't know, if you at work, maybe you're employing someone, maybe choices. It's a choices in life, but you will be very passionate about those choices. But in general, it talks about love, as obvious the card is. But if it's not for you, then think about this card as making choices. And you will be, again, in June, you will have a Two of Wands. That's where a good planning, it's a selection. Which way do I go? If you start planning, you start sort of thinking about it. What do I do? You need to remember that whichever way you go, you will be successful. Both ways are good enough. That's what this card is telling me. So here we have two, which is the lover's card, choices of two. Here we have another choices, but here you will choose a path of life. Which path shall I take? If you're talking about business, which way do I go? But you need to be assured that whatever way you go, both ways in months of June, both ways are good enough. They're equal. Even if you notice, both those wands are equal over there. It's a really good card. Start planning. Start, you know, when you plan, you're sort of looking at the options. You will start looking at the options, but all the options are good for you, dear Leo. And in July we have the Hermit card. The Hermit represents Virgo, a sign of Virgo, so Virgo person could be significant in my month of July for you. Or it tells you, because there's lots happening in the first half of the year. And it's time for you to maybe to take a break from all of this. And maybe to take, you know, you've been, you know, I don't know, maybe if there was a wedding, there was a honeymoon, and then you were like sort of planning everything for future. Maybe it's time for you just to chill a little bit, to wind down a little bit, and sort of use that torch which he's holding inside yourself, and maybe start a little bit of retrospection, reflection, looking deeper into yourself. It's a very spiritual card. Sometimes if you're not a spiritual person, maybe it tells you that maybe time spending on your own, lonely, like this hermit, is not bad for you. It's good for us from time to time to sort of you know, even just to stay at home for a couple of days and just think and just be on our own, not seeing other people, not to communicate, because it gives us opportunity to think about everything, look deeper inside ourselves, maybe meditate if you believe in this sort of practice. And this torch is for you to look inside, look deeper into your heart, look deeper into your soul, things what actually serving to you, which it doesn't, how your life actually goes. Is there anything you want to change, or you know you're quite happy with everything, or what sort of path you want to do, which you were doing in June, which path to go? And then we go to the August with the Sevens of Cups. That's a dreamy month in August. So you've got you will start sort of, it's a card of sort of dreaming, thinking, or maybe I will do this, or maybe I'll do that, or well, what, how about this, how about that? It's a Also talks about card of choices. You will have a lot of options, a lot of choices. Shall I choose this? Shall I choose that? Maybe I go this way. Even if we're talking about relationship. Maybe I'll go with this person, maybe I'll go with another person. Be careful though. Not every cup is got a good content. Sometimes you can put a cup, your hand, and get a fire over there and be burned. So, you know, the card tells you, be careful what you're choosing. Stop, you know, well, to be honest, why stop? No, there's, you know, you don't need to stop dreaming, because all our life is built on our dreams. If there was no dreams, then there won't be like, we won't move forward, so sort of, so yeah, sort of dreamy months, lots of options, lots of opportunities. Be careful though what you're choosing. Be choosy. That's what I want to say. And then in September we come to the death. Whatever was happening. Death card is a nice card actually, having all these positive cards next to it. If there was something negative next to it, I would say maybe there is actual death, but there isn't. The death card tells you that some period of your life is died, it's over, and it's time for you to start something new. It's a card of transformation. You are transforming, you know, like a little butterfly transforms from the worm, and then it transforms into beautiful butterfly. It's time of transformation for you, because in October we have a Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune will turn for you. You will be on the top of this wheel. It's fantastic. 2 cards next to each other. It's just absolutely amazing. It's the whole year for you is so good, dear Leo. Card of transformation. If there will be any trouble during the year for you, dear Leo, they will be redundant. You will leave them behind. They will die, and you will just. It's like a card of reincarnation, and you will start anew. It's a new period, a new start, new beginning for you in the month of September, and in October it will become even better. The Wheel of Fortune will turn in your favor. You will be on the top of this wheel. No one wants to be on the bottom of the wheel, because it hurts. It feels like we carry the whole world on our shoulders. It feels like we carry everything on our back. But when you're on the top of this wheel, when you're sitting happily there, enjoying your life, it's brilliant. So you are going to have that in the month of October, dear Leo. And then in September, November, sorry, I see the King of Pentacles. It's either you, after all this good transformation and the Wheel of Fortune. I know it's not your card, you're a fire sign, but this is the earth sign, is the Pentacles. We're talking about Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, but I think it's you actually, represented by this King, will be very financially secure, very financially happy. Money will be good for you. It's entrepreneurial card, because you had all this transformation, Wheel of Fortune, very entrepreneurial. You could be, it's working in the finances, with the finances, being, you know, in banking, being in finances, in a city somewhere, doing really well, being very, whatever, you may be having your own business, but being very, very financially secure. A fantastic month for you again, November. And you're going into December with a passion. Passion, that is your card, dear Leo. That represents you, fire and passion. And that's what it is. It's an Ace of Wands, new beginning, new start. You will put a lot of passion, a lot of energy into this new beginning. You will decide to go into the year 2019 with a new start, new beginning, new you, new Leo, who was quite successful in the year 2018, and I hope you will take that success, and that Ace of Wands tells me there's a lot of success, passion, fire. You will take it in the year 2019. Absolutely brilliant reading, dear Leo. I just wish you all the best in year 2018. I hope it resonates with you, this reading. If you would like to elaborate, please contact me. We can arrange a private reading and see, you know, maybe on a monthly basis. I'm going to use those cards in my monthly readings in year 2018. And if you want to contact me, all the information how to contact me is underneath this video in description box. You can contact me by email, through my webpage, or through my Facebook page. And I'm looking forward to see you next month or next year. And thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.